So quickly we will go straight to the press statement. All the story we don't share here today, we don't put some of them into writing, summarize them. So we would like to send this message direct to the people and the governments. Isoleto, Africa. Statement by Edo Civil Society Organizations, Edo CSO on the local government council elections, and a call to end the court killings in Edo State. Delivered today, Saturday 9 September 2023. We welcome all ever steadfast comrades, citizens of our great nations and residents of Edo State, members of the press, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen to this press conference. The Edo Civil Society Organizations, Edo CSO, having observed and analyzed carefully the outcome of the Edo 2023 local government council elections held on the 2nd of September 2023, we have come to the conclusion that it fails to meet up with the expectations, confidence, and credibility we assumed of the umpire, Edo State Independent Electoral Commission, SCM, and the Obaseki-led government of Edo State. Proud to the build-up process of the election based on all the promises made to Edo voters and political stakeholders on requirements for evaluating the credibility of the elections, wherein SCM assured of the reliability of all voting materials and transparency of the process. However, contrary to the above expectations, the Edo 2023 local government council elections were marked with very shabby organization, logistics and operational failures here and there, failure in electoral transparency, cases of violence, and in some areas where there were materials and seemingly keen contests between parties. Furthermore, we received credible reports from our members who were voters from the different polling units around the 18 local government areas, which gave credence to our assertion of these shambolic elections. We want to express our deep disappointment in the local government elections held by Edo State's Independent Electoral Commission on the 2nd of September 2023, as we adjudge it not to be transparent, credible, and fair, even to the process of the declaration of the winners, where some sections of the electoral law were obviously and deliberately ignored, making it look like a one-party or family affairs, thereby making it appear like a selection of sorts and not an election. The above actions of the Edo electoral umpire further show to us that indeed many politicians and their service agents do not mean well for the betterment of the average Edolites, as the election was a show of shameful selection. On post-election, we observe series and pockets of dissatisfaction, misgivings, and unacceptance of the results and winners declared by SCM, which gave birth to unhealthy utterances by politicians to the extent that some unscrupulous individuals using a photograph of one of our meetings years ago being attached to a shameful post to adjudge the election credible, using a photograph of Edo Civil Society Organizations, Edo CSO meeting in support of a political publication giving credence to the transparency of a shambolic election is tantamount to impersonation and deserves to be investigated by law enforcement agencies to serve as deterrent to others. The general public should take note that the referenced publication never emanated from us, Edo Civil Society Organizations. As a group, we try as much as possible to maintain our political status at all times Therefore, we can't be used by politicians to achieve their selfish interests. Very credible report has it that some avaricious self-styled activists named Roy Oribabo, who was contracted by politicians to embark on such disgraceful voyage in Edo State. We want to use this medium to warn the unscrupulous element to stay clear from using our name, Edo civil society organizations, on any materials concerning us for any activities without approval from its leadership, or they will be seriously dealt with legally. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. Our demands to ESEC. We demand that the Edo State Independent Electoral Commission apologize to Nigerians and Edoites in particular for the national embarrassment in the name of election that falls short of their promises during the pre-election process, as this was one election that Edoites came out in their numbers to exercise their franchise out of trust for the assurance of the Edo State government and ESEC, which came out with disappointment from ESEC for not providing materials and officials in over 70% polling units of the almost 5,000 polling units in Edo State, and going ahead to announce winners. General advice. We want to say to Edo State government and politicians that going forward in local government councils election, if they are not ready to run a free and fair elections, it's better for them to appoint their illegal caretaker committee chairman or whatever title they choose to call them for local government councils, instead of wasting the precious time of voters on election day and of course our little resources on a charade called election. 2. That the National Assembly should, as a matter of public urgency, quickly amend the Electoral Act to give the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, the power to conduct local government council elections in states. Even though their own credibility is shaky too, it will still be better than what we get from state electoral umpire. On the court killings in Edo State, we want to use this opportunity to beg and call on all those involved in this killing of our young ones in the guise of court supremacy to stop it now and to realize that they are wasting dreams that are yet to be tapped into. Suppose future leaders, as this is not an ideal action expected of us as young people. We are saying today, let's stop the color war, let's stop the bloodbath in Edo, let's put Edo in the world map for the good reasons. Let's stop the national and world embarrassment of Edo in the name of courtesan. Let's join to fight our common evil, bad governance and politicians, not killing ourselves. We want to also call on the Nigeria Police, Edo State Command, led by CP Dakwara, to let the officers know that the raid going on in Edo now against the courtists is supported by us, Edo civil society organizations. However, they should not use it as an opportunity to milk innocent Edoites whom they know are not involved in courtesan and still collect money from them. We expect that the patrol and raiding will be done professionally to clean and fish out these unscrupulous elements who don't want us all to have peace in the name of courtesan. Conclusion. I want to, on behalf of the Interim Tech Executive and Leadership of Edo Civil Society Organizations, Edo CSO, appreciate all our members and all well-meaning Edoites who came out to vote, though disappointed because of the absence of voters, materials, and officials, that they shouldn't give up, as we hope that one day we will have a government system with conscience to do the right thing and give us good governance. I say thank you for your coming out in our numbers. Let's not be discouraged by the show of shame by ESEC. Again, I'd like to appreciate all of us for not relenting and encourage us that we should not relent in going out to vote at any time of election in Edo State and of course in national election in Nigeria. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless Edo civil society organizations. God bless us all. Thank you. Isoleto, 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 E-Africa, 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 we must fight, amen, we must fight, injustice, we must fight, corruption, we must fight, amen. Thank you. Please let's sit down.